One of the most difficult things about my journey is seeing what it does to my mother. Seeing my mother stress about me because I'm not okay breaks my heart. The closer you are to the breakthrough, that's when the devil turns up the heat, where everything that could go wrong in your life just seems to go wrong. That's where I am right now. This is not the video I was gonna make today. I have been documenting my journey of launching my brand and hope to do six figures on launch day from my skincare brand or whatever. But guys, right today I feel like I'm not even going to be able to do this. And it's that's just my emotion speaking, because God hasn't brought me this far to leave me. But I know that I'm this close. I know that I'm close to my breakthrough. I know that I'm supposed to do something significant in this earth. I know that I am on a David and a Joseph journey, and that the business I'm about to build is about to be a global business that has global impact, that goes beyond skincare, that goes beyond beauty. Like, I am more than that. I'm a child of God first. And when children of God win, the earth prospers. Proverbs says that when a righteous man prospers, the city in which they are prospers. I know that I'm a part of that program, right? And I know that because of that, the devil has a bounty on my head. Like, I've literally gotten dreams of like demonic things saying, kill her now. I know he wants to take me out. It doesn't intimidate me at all because I know that I'm on the winning side. However, I'm at the point right now where Joseph was at the day before the cupbearer remembered him, where he was like, probably in the pit, getting used to doing his thing, feeling like every day is the same, praying to God, and then divine remembrance, the cupbearer remembered him. I'm like, Lord, allow my cupbearer to remember me. Allow them to bring my crown, just as how David was brought the crown after Saul and Jonathan died. Like, that is where I am right now, because I know that the change that I am about to see in my life is not going to be ordinary. Next week, we are filling in South Korea, and my manufacturers, they're there and all of these things. And I cannot afford to go because I don't have the financial leeway to just do that right now. It breaks my heart because this is something that every founder, especially in the skincare and beauty space, really would like to see happen in person. I've never met my manufacturers before. The first time I went to South Korea, they were not in the lineup. I met them when my previous manufacturing partnership ended, which I explained in my last video. But I'm doing this all at a distance, and now is a moment where it's like, okay, I can meet the team, I can go, I can see my products come to life, and none of that is possible because I still have to pay for the rest of the products. I still have to pay for shipping. Mind you, I'm running off of faith by now. This journey has taken me longer than it has to, simply because of finances. And it's so frustrating because sometimes we look at social media or like the world around us, and you see people drop money that you could literally use to change your life or your business. They'd spend that in a day or a couple hours. And it's just like, Lord, the cattle on 1,000 hills are yours. The silver and gold is yours. You're the same God of David, the same God of Joseph. Please show up in my life and work a miracle right now. Like, I need a miracle today. I need a miracle this week. And it's all fun and games to show you guys me building this business and the wins that are going to happen. But these are the moments that I think matter the most, because when I make it, anybody who goes back and watches my story, they will see these raw, unfiltered moments of me saying, guys, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what God is doing in my life. And I feel frustrated right now. It's so frustrating at times when all these big celebrities and big influencers launch brands without any market proof, right? Without any customer proof. They just have large followings, people love them, and they launch a brand, and then it sells out and investors back that. When you pitch to investors as a Black woman or whatever, they're like, oh no, we need to see some traction first. We need to see this first. But give an influencer, right, a chance to with a big following launch a brand. They back them, because why? We are driven by financial gain as humans. Alex Earl just launched her skincare brand, and kudos to her. But I can't help but feeling like, damn, there is no way I can compete with that as a small creator who has an amazing idea. I have the credibility as a medical doctor. I've been in the space for like over 4 years now, creating content in the skincare space. Like, I know what I'm doing. I have an amazing product, but no one in the venture capital, like big investor space, is gonna back me just off the fly like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's divinely inspired. I'm at the point right now where I'm just like, God, send a raven with my blessing. Send a pigeon with my blessing. I hate pigeons, but God, I'm willing to accept a blessing from a pigeon right now. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't know what is going to happen. I am trusting God and I'm walking by faith because I know that I know that in me building this business, people will come to see that God is real. I know that there is power in my story. And I know that the Bible, if it were still being written today, I would be in it. Because we tend to see the characters in the Bible as like deities. We deify them, right? But they're human. The Bible is a book of stories of people who were in deep pain, but in their pain, they trusted God, they persevered and became great people, great enough to be worthy to be written about. And I know that Natasha Abigail Henry would have been in that Bible if the Bible was still being written today. And in a way, it still is, because I am on the journey of a Joseph and a David. You can figure out which one you are on right now. And I can see how these people suffered, and not just them, but the people around them. When Joseph was sent into Egypt, sold by his brothers, Israel, his father encountered deep pain and sorrow for years, thinking that his son was dead. One of the most difficult things about my journey is seeing what it does to my mother. Seeing my mother stress about me because I'm not okay breaks my heart. Like at this point in time, like my reason for making it or wanting to make it and wanting to be successful is 100% my family. Before it was like, yeah, so I can get the accolades, so I can do this, whatever. But I just want to make it so I can take the pressure and ease the burden off of the people who support me and love me the most. Because when Joseph became second in command in Egypt, and when his brothers came to see him, he sent back for his family. He was described as the one who grew over the wall, the vine who grew over the wall. That is me. So when I make it, I will send for my family. I'm not going to leave my family in the dust to figure it out. I am not a vengeful person at all. So when I make it, I want my mom to be okay. I want my dad to be okay. My brother will be okay. And the devil knows that I have a good heart. He knows that the little I have, I will share. Even right now, he knows that I want to further the ministry of God, and he does not want me to win. But in the name of Jesus, Satan, you are defeated. In the name of Jesus, I will be successful. I will launch this business, and the name of God will be glorified. I'm not afraid to say that I am a faith-based founder. I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, because when I sit on those stages and they ask me, how did you get here? How did you become so successful? I would be doing the kingdom of heaven an injustice if I said, oh, it was just hard work, because it's not just hard work. I work very hard. I'm a hard worker. I'm ambitious. I persevere. I've endured things. I'm strong. It is not just that. It is because of the power of God. Everything that I've accomplished, who I am right now in my life, is not me. It is the power of God. And this business is not the same. This entrepreneurship journey has been a personal development journey, a journey of faith. This has worked on me more than I have worked on the business. I have been crying since February. I'm not even exaggerating. Last night, I cried myself to sleep, and I woke up this morning and I was crying again. And I'm just like, Lord, I am tired. I am tired of crying. I want to feel joy. I want to laugh. I want to have a genuine laugh. I want to be happy. And the reality is that people are like, oh, money doesn't bring happiness. You can get your money and then you say that. When you're telling people money doesn't bring happiness, when half of their problems could be solved by money, like, we're not hearing anything you're saying, honestly, right? Let's get to the other side first. In fact, drop it over here. If it doesn't cause happen, drop it over here, right? It's frustrating. It is frustrating. And I cannot pretend that I have it all together, like I have it figured out, because my life has not been easy. Like, I know I look fine, I've accomplished a lot of things, but my life has had deep rejection, deep pain that a lot of people don't know about, only my mom and my dad or my family, right? But it's just like, man, how much longer? How much longer? I'm going through it, you guys, and I don't know what this video is going to accomplish, but I hope it shows you that you can build with Jesus, and that it may be rough in the beginning stages, but we will make it through. Because the thing about all of these people in the Bible is that they did have an end that was better than their beginning. Joseph died at 110 years old, and he became second in command of Egypt at 30 years old. He endured more blessings than the time he had pain, right? But those pain shaped him to who he was to be in the latter part of his life. Same thing with David, right? And the thing about the getting your start, and I feel like this is where I am right now, where I just need a start. I just need a significant start where somebody says, I see you, I see what you're building, I see your heart. Let me just write you a check for $100,000. Because building up skincare brand is expensive. You think you need 10,000 and then it's like 15 or 20 or 30. Just getting that start, I feel like, is the most difficult thing. And the start of the race is always more difficult than the actual race and getting to the finish line. Because to start the race, you have to first qualify for the race. You have to train countless of hours and days just to run for a couple seconds. Usain Bolt trained for years just to run for like 13 seconds. The training is always hard. Getting the start is always hard. But once the signal goes off and you have started to run the race, time flies. You're like, man, that's what I was stressing about. That's where I am right now, where I know that I can do it. I know that I have God by my side. I know I have the work ethic. I know I'm going to be successful. I just need the start. I just need the push. And I know that God is going to come through for me. And I'm going to come back to this video, to this channel, to share my testimony and to testify of what the Lord has done. I cannot see the end right now. I need some money, some more money for my business, probably like $10,000. Honestly, it's not a lot of money. And we may think, oh, that's a lot of money. In the grand scheme of things, it's not. But if you don't have it, definitely it's a lot, right? And it's painful sometimes when we see people spend that in a day or a couple hours or whatever, or a week on social media, knowing that those type of money can literally change somebody's life or somebody's business. It's painful. But I'm trusting God, and I don't know what you're going through. I don't know if this video in any way encouraged you, but I want you to know that God is raising up people in this time, and we can't bow out now. We can't give up. Like, quitting is not a part of the program. If you're on a David journey, if you're on a Joseph journey, you have to persevere, because you can say, all right, God, I'm done, take me out, and he will, but you will never accomplish what he actually wrote down for you. And it is painful. The journey is painful, but we have to persevere, because I do believe that wealth is shifting hands right now. Businesses are shifting hands. There's a shift that is happening in culture, and there's an opportunity right now for believers to rise up and occupy these spaces in culture, so that we can infiltrate and we can dictate the laws and legislations that are made, so that we can help to feed the nation, so that we can help to go to war-stricken zones and say, hey, we got you. We can provide food, shelter, clothing. Most of us, all we provide for people is thoughts and prayers. I'll pray for you, and you don't even pray for them because that was the prayer. But God is calling us to do more, and to do more, you have to build businesses. That is just my personal belief, and I know God has called me to build, and he has called you to build, because if you clicked on this video, you are a builder in some capacity. Do not give up. We have to persevere. Perseverance, endurance is the key. I know that God is going to provide. So, hey, if you're an investor and you're watching this, or if you're just a regular person who wants to sow a seed in me, send me an email. I'll leave my email down below. I'm not even joking. I'm so serious right now. But I believe that God is going to work it out, and I'm going to come back and share my testimony. I don't know when, but I know that my cupbearer is going to remember me. I know that they're going to bring me the crown. And this video is just a thing to like mark this part in the journey. I'm going to get to work right now. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. Make sure to follow me on all socials at Dr. Natasha Henry, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.